That puzzle was just like too much. I don't know. Maybe like it depends on the person. I guess like if you're someone who can see shapes well, then like you can visualize it in a way. I don't know. I really struggled with that one. That wasn't fun at all. I think maybe if I was just like, I feel like if I had the physical pieces in my hand, and I was like making like doing it. What? Shut up! Don't you know me? If I had the physical pieces on hand and I was like playing around with it, then maybe I would have figured it out at some point. But like the way it was just like not worth it having to use a control to control. Anyway, sorry.
Damn it!
What the hell's your deal, bro?
What's wrong?
I left something in the director's office.
Oh, the picture? Did you leave the fucking picture there?
What was it?
The picture. Ugh, how can I forget it?
How did you forget it? We took it, didn't we? Oh yeah, we must have set it down after using the face recognition thing.
Yeah. I'm going back. You two go on ahead to the warehouse.
Is he gonna die?
I want to come with you.
Me too.
Nah, that's fine. Why don't you head back to the warehouse, Sigma? The others are probably already waiting.
Alright. I'll see you two later then.
Right.
Bye, Mr. Sigma.
Those two are absolutely gonna die. I watched them jog off towards the blue door. They're dead and we're never gonna see them again. And then they were gone. Actually, wait. Oh no, maybe not. This is a really long route. Guess I should be getting back then. I stepped into the warehouse to find all the other teams already there. Kay and Luna, Vi and Clover, and Dio. The moment Dio spotted me, he dashed over to the rightmost AB room and slid his card through the reader. Why? Uh-oh. Hold up. He acted sus. Oh yeah, they said something about using this. You can use the star keys as many times as you want. Yeah, okay. As he turned to look at me, I swore I saw a flash of a smug grin.
There. Happy? This time I waited for you to get back before I opened it.
Oh.
You see? I can be considerate.
But Temyoji and Quark aren't here.
Yeah, where are they?
I guess they forgot something back in the room we found. What do you mean you guessed? Temyoji literally told you that he forgot something. They ran back to grab it real quick.
And they'll be here in a few minutes. No big deal.
Assuming they don't die. Sus. While we waited, we exchanged information about the rooms we investigated. Unfortunately, none of it seemed very useful. None of us have found anything, and we were no closer to unraveling any of the increasing number of mysteries we were faced with. With that discussion exhausted, we sat down to wait. Oh no, what happened? Before long, 20 minutes had passed since Dio opened the door, and Temyoji and Quark were nowhere in sight.
Don't you think they're taking a little long?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm getting worried.
Yeah, Sigma, you should have
What
gone.
if something happened to them?
Actually, if Sigma went, he probably would have died too. I'll go have a look.
Then I shall accompany you.
Yeah, come with me. Nah, I'll be fine by myself. It's not that far away.
Just don't look into the abyss too long, or you might become a monster.
Wait, someone should come with me. I'm scared. I don't think... Okay. Look, I'm just gonna go to the director's office. I'll be right back. No big deal. Right. See you guys later. No, someone should really come with me. I give a quick goodbye wave and stepped out of the warehouse. God damn it. There's clearly something happened to them and you're just gonna go by yourself. You're so stupid. This is why you deserve to die. I still can't believe after all these routes that we've done, there's only been one route where he actually died, you know? They're here and they're dead. Are you dead? And they're dead. 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 Are they not here? They're not even in here. Huh? That's odd. There's nobody here. The picture's gone though. Temyoji and Quark must have been here then. I laid out the floor B map. They must have taken the door that faces the warehouse. I don't even know where. I wish they would indicate where. It doesn't matter. They don't even indicate like where you're supposed to be looking. After that, they probably went through the warehouse and out the blue door in the elevator. To the elevator. The blue door, whatever. This map is too difficult for me to read. Yeah, that's a much shorter route. On the other hand, I came through the red door, which is kind of a long way around. Huh, looks like we managed to miss each other perfectly. Ugh, well, this was a huge waste of time. Shoot, might as well head back, I suppose. I'd packed up the map and was headed towards the door when... Huh? There was a light on where there hadn't been a light before. The computer? Oh, the teleporter. It just literally looks like a teleporter. What? Why is that thing on? We messed with it earlier, but nothing seemed to work. I felt a sudden wave of inexplicable, nauseating dread. Dread. The light stared at me. I swallowed and edged cautiously towards it. What could it possibly be? The machine was in arm's reach now. I stretched my hand out toward it, slowly, slowly.
So,
it's the pirate!
finally made it.
It's the pirate! It's Kay's dad! Okay, so what? It's not Temyoji then? Damn it. No!
I am Zero.
Kay's dad is Zero! Then Kay is Zero Jr.!
I was the one who brought you here. You undoubtedly have as many questions for me as there are stars in the sky.
So this whole thing that you've been planning out that was taking lives is the Zero Escape
As you
game?
can
Or this
see,
Nona
however,
Ebedix game?
This is only a recording. I will therefore be unable to directly answer any questions. Ask if you wish, but I cannot respond.
But why are you a pirate? Ugh. I considered taking a swing at him, but decided that was spectacularly futile and kept my bald fist at my side.
Now, where to begin? There are many things I wish to tell you,
This voice sounds very familiar.
but unfortunately, our time is limited. As such, the information I can provide is also limited. I have chosen two things of great importance to tell you. First, I will tell you about termites.
You mean the bugs that eat at wood or something?
In retrospect, I suppose that's a rather odd thing to say. I imagine you look rather bewildered right now. Perfectly understandable. The person who kidnapped you and threatened you with death is lecturing you about insects. I suspect it hardly seems fair. Nonetheless, this is very important. In a way, it will determine your fate. So I ask that you listen carefully.
Okay. Can you talk faster though? Ugh.
Have you ever seen a termite mound?
Yes, I have in Animal Crossing. I was just thinking about that. It doesn't look as ugly looking as this,
They're
but
splendid structures. Some might even call them works of art. Termites are natural architects, and their mounds are both structurally sound and make excellent use of space. So, are they following some sort of plan as they build? Are there termite blueprints detailing which room goes where? No, of course not. Each termite is simply an oblivious cog in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of termite DNA. It is doubtful an individual termite has any idea what its contributions are helping to create. But a human does. We can appreciate the elegant forms of their alien cathedrals. We can see the simple beauty of their perfect functionality. We can understand the splendid planning of their structure. In other words, only an intelligence of a higher order can understand the beauty of what the termite builds.
get it. You're a termite stan.
Now, consider humans. Why are we alive? Why do we love and give birth? Why do we create? From where do our cultures spring? There are many theories, but no one knows the truth. We are oblivious cogs in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of human DNA. No doubt you see now what this analogy is supposed to illustrate. Yes, I mean to say humans are not different from termites. We trudge through our lives with no greater understanding of our ultimate goal. You might say we don't understand what we're building. Only an intelligence of a higher order than ours can understand what we're doing. Imagine how we might look to such an intelligence. We may be building some structure so perfect and elegant, we can't even perceive it. Whatever it is, we've likely been building it on a dimension just above the ones we know since time immemorial. If we are like the termites, then what we've created is almost certainly something of tremendous beauty.
Like the Great Pyramids or something? Like we talking about like Statue of Liberty? We talking about like
And you are about to catch a glimpse of it. Or have you already? Well,
like what?
that's
Statue of
enough on
Liberty?
that subject,
Yeah, I
I
have
think.
seen it before.
Consider what I've said. Now, let's move on to the second topic. It is somewhat more immediately meaningful to your life, and, in fact, the lives of several billion other people. I realize this is rather sudden, but I have a password for you.
Oh, give it to me. Hell yeah.
It is the password to disarm the bomb, numbered 1.
1. Bomb. 1. But bomb!
Are you ready? I will only say this once, so pay close attention.
Okay.
The password to disarm the number 1 bomb is BQZ RGJ DXR.
BQZ RGJ DXR. Okay. I had no idea what he was talking about. What bomb? Was he saying there were bombs too? If he'd guessed at my future confusion, he showed no sign of it.
That is the last of the information this message was meant to convey. Before I go, however, I have a warning. You cannot tell any of your companions what you heard or saw here. If you do, you will be penalized immediately.
You have no way of knowing when. Oh, maybe the AI will.
I hope we will meet again someday. We would have much to discuss.
Someday. What the fuck? Wait! God damn it! You can't just spout all that crap and disappear! He's still there. I found myself yelling at empty air. The hologram had disappeared. What kind of an idiot does he take me for? Termites? Other dimensions? How could that have anything to do with kidnapping us? Shit. I caked out at a nearby shelf.
10 minutes remain. All play. If no,
Oh crap! I need to get back. Not like there's any point staying here. I spun around and ran out of the room towards the warehouse. Ooh, rain be like boom boom boom.
Grandpa! Look, Mr. Sigma's back!
Oh,
Took you long enough.
where are the others?
In the AB rooms.
They went in already?
Yep.
Oh, why didn't you two? Have you been waiting for me?
Yeah! Grandpa said there was something he had to tell you before we voted, no matter what.
Oh dear. It is raining quite hard. Can you hear that? Rain is more. Oh,
Nothing that significant. Just wanted to tell you we're going to choose ally this round.
thank
That's
you.
it.
And you had to tell me that no matter what? Seems kind of pointless. I mean, words are cheap. You can promise whatever you want.
True, but we've got something to back it up. Just hear me out.
Okay, go ahead.
Quark and I both have 8 BP.
Oh,
We're already on the home stretch. So what do we need to get to the magic number? Well, we need you to choose ally. If you do that, it doesn't really matter to us what we pick.
You'd get to 9 whether you get 2 or 3 points.
Exactly.
Oh my god, we only have 3 points.
That being the case, we don't have any reason to betray you. And if we both choose ally, we both gain points.
Yeah, but aren't you guys gonna leave once you get 9? True, but you must have considered that I'll choose betray. That would mean you choose betray to protect yourselves.
But that's why we're telling you we won't choose betray.
Mm-hmm.
Can I trust you?
Of course.
Alright, tell me one thing. Let's say we do this in both ally. Everybody gets 2 points. That means you and Cork will have enough to leave, which is great for you. But I'll be stuck with a measly 5. How do I know you aren't gonna just open the number 9 door and leave us in the lurch?
I can guarantee it.
How?
I can give you my word. I will not open the number 9 door, even if I have enough points to do so. I swear it. We aren't going to abandon everybody else just so we can escape.
I don't know. I don't trust you
swear
when you say that.
too. I promise.
I don't know. I don't trust you too when you say that, but okay. Man, so all you've got is a promise, huh?
When I make a promise, I keep it. Trust me.
Please! You've got to trust us!
Alright, fine. I'll trust you.
2 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
We're counting on you, Sigma.
You gotta choose ally! You promised!
Okay, god damn. The way you keep pushing us, they're really just gonna be leaving. With that, they turn and ran into the AB room, second from the right. They're definitely gonna betray us. Whether they choose betray or choose ally and then leave, they're still gonna be betraying us either way. Well, guess I should get moving. I wonder if that means Temyoji and Quark also saw that hologram? Does that hologram play for like multiple people who come in there? Or does it play for only one person, aka us, the main character?
1 minute.
Yeah, okay. I had a decision to make. Should I trust Quark and Temyoji? Well, I could believe they were telling the truth and still betray them. That would bring my VP to 6. I'd be that much closer to 9. And choosing betray would guarantee that they wouldn't try and escape without the rest of us. Betrayal seemed like the safe bet. But...
Please!
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Temyoji I could betray easily enough. But Quark? What the hell was I going to do? Well, in this route, you're not gonna betray.
Until
Yeah.
9.
Yeah. Count faster.
3,
Count faster.
2,
Come on.
1.
Come on. This would be a stupid thing for me to do. But oh well, we did it.
Round 3. Result.
Yep. Okay. Results are blah 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 blah. Okay. Right, Alice is dead, huh? Oh. Meanie weenies. You could have just chose ally. You could have just chose ally.
Have been assigned.
That's sad.
Please check.
Or not sad, that's disappointing. We had moments. Oh well, that's fine. Hey, what the hell, guys? Why did you betray me?
Quark had nothing to do with this. I made the vote.
I don't care.
Grandpa.
All right, fine. Why did you break your promise, Temyoji?
I only promised you one thing. We wouldn't open the number 9 door, even if we got 9 points.
What? So, you're not going to leave?
Not what I said. Of course we're going to leave.
What?
Look, see Clover over there?
What? Oh, she's gonna open it. Don't tell me. Boring. Lame. Okay. I see how it is. Alright. It's so difficult to like someone when they do things like this.
She's
Yeah,
That bitch!
Yeah,
Wait.
let her go.
Quark and Tenmyoji have...
Yeah, let them go. The words were barely out of her mouth when Temyoji and Quark ran past.
No! God damn it!
Let's let them go. Who gives a shit? We've done this so many times, like it doesn't even matter anymore.
Clover, are you really going to leave?
Well, yeah. Why else would I open the door?
But why?
I'm going to go call the others, so we can capture Zero Senior.
Tenmyoji, are you and Quark going too?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Sorry, everybody.
So, Sigma, happy? I kept my promise.
Oh my god. Actually, shut up.
Clover opened the door, not me.
Actually, shut up. It's like hell I'm happy. That's some shady shit, Temyoji.
Say so. I
my
have to
God.
get out of here, and that's that.
Oh
He's
my
gotta
God.
pay for what he's done.
He?
Zero.
You mean you know who Zero Senior is?
Yeah, no point keeping it a secret now, I suppose.
Oh, wait, is he gonna die?
I know exactly who Zero Senior is.
What?
Wait, okay. I thought maybe he did see the hologram. He was about to say it, but if he says it, doesn't that mean like?
The number it will.
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on, guys. Time to move.
Right.
Oh, wait! This is for you, Mr. Sigma.
He's gonna stab me. Quark held something out. Paper? I looked down to see 2 pieces of folded paper. What is this?
It's a letter. I wrote it in the director's office before the AB game.
What?
I wanted to tell you what kind of guy Grandpa is. So, read it, okay?
What? You man, I don't want your shit. He pressed it into my hand.
See you later, Mr. Sigma.
See me later. Yeah, I guess we will. Then he turned and ran towards the door. Temyoji and Clover followed in his footsteps. I was so surprised by the letter that I'd even try to stop them. Before I could think of anything to say,
See you.
Goodbye.
they're like laters, and Clover is just like final goodbye. So interesting. Can we actually read the letter though?
The number 9 door has closed.
So, I don't even think we have a chance to read the letter.
This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry. I want to read the letter. But I don't think we'll have a chance to read the letter.
Shit.
Or will we?
They're gone.
All we can do now is hope they bring help back.
Indeed.
I agree.
Wow. It was surprising to see Luna alive. I looked down at Quark's letter and slowly unfolded it. Oh yeah, we can read it. His handwriting was still slightly uneven, but he'd filled both pages with writing. I began to read. It was a really stormy day when he found me. He said the rain was coming down so hard it almost hurt, but somehow he managed to hear a baby crying. I guess I'll do it in his voice. I guess I must have been crying pretty loud. He took me home and did his best to raise me, but he'd never been married or had a kid before, so I think it was really hard for him. He couldn't figure out how to mix the formula, so he was always carrying the directions around with him. Also, I guess I was a pretty picky eater, so if he didn't get the water to formula ratio just right, I wouldn't eat it. I guess that was kind of a pain, huh? But he didn't give up, and now here I am. When he found me, I was really small, and he was worried that I might not make it. That's why he named me Quark. A quark is a really small thing, and I was really small too. Grandpa didn't need to worry though, because it turned out I was pretty tough. When I was 1, he forgot I was sleeping in the bed of his truck and drove off. I rolled out and went off the back, but I didn't even get scratched. I started walking when I was 2, and when he wasn't looking, I fell down the stairs. I didn't get hurt then either. Wow, good for you. When I was 3, I got really sick. I had a super high fever for a week, but eventually I got better. I guess you could say I'm pretty lucky. Oh my god, he's the ultimate lucky. Aww. Anyway, I didn't really have any more accidents after that, and I was a pretty healthy kid. By the time I was 6, I started helping Grandpa out with his work. His job was to gather junk from abandoned buildings. Then he'd fix it up and pull out the useful parts and sell them. There were plenty of abandoned buildings, but finding good stuff in them was hard. You'd have to know which parts were useful, or you could end up wasting a bunch of time. Every time I'd find something, he'd explain to me what it was, how it was supposed to work, how to fix it, all sorts of things. Usually though, I just wanted to finish up work so I could go to the theater. The theater came to our town once a week in a wagon. What? They'd show old news or movies. I went every single week, but Grandpa only went once in a while, and he'd only go weeks when they show movies. Oh yeah, I didn't know that I'd been adopted until I was 7. One of the other kids on my block told me. I guess after Grandpa found me, he'd looked all over town to try and find somebody who'd take me. The kid from my block actually had a mom, and he asked her if she would take me too. I gotta admit, I was pretty shocked when I heard that. There weren't a lot of kids with parents around, so hearing that someone lived with his actual mom was pretty impressive. I was also kind of surprised that Grandpa had tried to get someone else to take me. Did that mean he didn't want me? The kid who told me about Grandpa trying to get rid of me was a real jerk. He was totally spoiled, and he bragged to everyone about how he had a mom. He'd like to come up to me while I was working and say stuff like, "Must be hard not having a mother." It never bothered me before, but after I found out that Grandpa had adopted me, I started to think that maybe he didn't really want me. If I could work on my own, then he could get rid of me. I was scared to know the truth, so I never asked him. Then one day, he took me to a bar in our neighborhood. You're not old enough to be in a bar. During the day, of course. He went there sometimes to drink scotch, but I'd never gone before. When we got in, he just walked up to the counter with that grumpy look he has, and I thought, oh no, he's gonna make me work here. But I was wrong. I saw him pass something to the bartender, and then he picked me up and set me down on the stool next to the counter. The stool was pretty high, especially for a 7-year-old kid, and my legs just dangled off of it. It seemed really, really high to me, and I was pretty nervous. Ooh, a root beer float. Eventually, the bartender came back with a glass of scotch and another big glass full of something else. As I looked closer, I realized that the second glass was full of some sort of brown liquid with a scoop of ice cream in it. It took me a minute to realize what it was. A root beer float. I'd never seen one before. I was so surprised. Root beer was even more expensive than the nicest alcohol in the bar. What kind of world are you living in where you're watching movies in a wagon and root beer is expensive? What? To me and the other kids, it seemed more like an urban legend than a real drink. But there it was, right in front of me. I stared at the float. I still wasn't sure if it was real at the point, and then turned to look at Grandpa. He looked back at me. I didn't know what to do, so I turned to the bartender. He'd already turned around and moved off though, so I figured he must have put the glass down in front of me on purpose. It still didn't seem like it could be real, and I was just staring at it when Grandpa told me to hurry up and drink it before the ice cream melted. His gruff voice sounded like an angel's. Is this really mine? He nodded. Words can't describe how awesome it was. I never tasted anything like root beer before. The creamy sweetness of the ice cream made my entire head feel light. I felt like the luckiest boy in the whole world. That's not an exaggeration. I really thought that. The root beer float was delicious, but what made me even happier was Grandpa. When I looked over at him, he was smiling. I know that's gotta be hard for you to imagine, but he really was. Right then, I didn't care whether he'd just found me and adopted me or not. He bought me a root beer float. That made me way luckier than some kid who had a mother but had never tasted root beer. Of course, after we left the bar, he was the first kid I bragged to. So Grandpa and I were doing pretty good. Until the fight. I was in a super bad mood that day. I'd torn one of my shoes that morning, and some old drunk guy had yelled at me. All the junk I found was totally useless. The day was almost over, and I was fed up, so I just grabbed some random trash and took it back to the house. When I showed what I found to Grandpa, he frowned. He started going through each thing I brought back, explaining why they were all useless. I got really mad and just yelled, "I don't care!" Then he got mad, and I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. Oh my goodness. I was pretty upset, and I started thinking that maybe Grandpa had only adopted me so he could raise me to work and make money for him. After a while, I went and hid in an abandoned building, but by then I started to calm down and think that maybe I should go back and apologize. It had started raining pretty hard though, so I decided I should wait for it to stop. But that was just an excuse. The truth was that I was nervous. Part of me knew I'd done something wrong, but I didn't want to admit it. The rain didn't stop though, so I just sat there staring out at the gloomy gray sky. I imagined Grandpa coming to get me, but he never did. It kept raining all night, and he never showed up. I gave up waiting and decided it was time to go home. I was about halfway there when I heard somebody groaning. At first, I thought I should just ignore it and not get involved. But I went over anyway, and it was Grandpa. He was totally soaked, and I could tell right away that he'd been there for a really long time. I yelled, and he opened his eyes a little bit. He smiled weakly and said he was glad I was safe. He spent all night out in the rain looking for me. I felt awful. Grandpa had been out in the rain looking for me so long that he'd collapsed. I was horrible. He'd heard me crying in the rain, but I hadn't heard him. As I ran to get the doctor, I promised whatever god might be listening that if they would only save Grandpa, I'd never ask for another root beer float ever again. He got a real bad fever, and his temperature wouldn't go down for days. The doctor said that if it kept up, he'd die. If he died, then I'd be all alone. There wouldn't be anybody left to care about me. The thought of that happening terrified me. Fortunately, I must have passed some of my luck on to the Grandpa, because a week later, his fever finally broke. I was glad he wasn't going to die, but I was also a little scared. What if he had decided he didn't want a stupid kid like me around anymore? My plan was to apologize as soon as he woke up, but when the moment came, my brain just stopped. Grandpa started to talk, and it took me a minute to realize he was apologizing. I didn't know what to think. He explained that he was an old man, and that meant he was probably gonna die sooner rather than later. He was strict with me because he wanted to make sure I'd be able to make it on my own after he was gone, but maybe he'd been a little too strict. All the things I'd worried about had been stupid and selfish. Grandpa cared about me a whole lot. He'd been worried I'd ran off when I ran off, and he'd gone out in the rain to look for me. I tried to apologize, but when I opened my mouth, I just started crying. I don't think I've cried that much since I was a baby. But he just smiled and patted my head. I asked him if he'd ever regretted adopting me. His eyes got all wide and he said, "Of course not." He told me that he was looking for a really important lady, and because of that, he'd had to give up on pretty much everything else in his life. But when he took me in and started raising me, he felt like he'd gotten some of what he lost back. That was when I decided I'd stay with him forever, even if he said I couldn't. Well, I mean, I get it, but also... Oh! This is someone's ending. Is this Quark's ending? Well, I'm gonna get the credits, I guess. I guess that's one way to end the end the route. Oh, we can skip it. Oh, it's Temyoji's ending. In Root Beer Veritas. Whatever that means. Yeah. You did it. Got another route taken care of. Alright. So what happens if we betray now? God dang, Ray. God dang, Ray, shut up. I was kind of hoping the rain would die down, but I think it's sticking around for a little bit, so we're just gonna we're just gonna go ahead and let that play in the background while we're just gonna go ahead and let the rain pitter patter in the background while we play some games. I just want to finish this before I call it at night. So what happens when we pick Betray? Is that gonna be Quark's ending? Imagine. All right. Let's jump. Oh, it starts right. It's okay. It starts right over. It starts us here. I guess we skip it all. So we're betraying. So now what happens? Is it Clover that leaves? Clover's the only one that leaves, and then the boys are just like, oh.
Results from Please direct.
Yep. Let's see how they'll react to the how the boys are gonna react to us betraying them after they betray us. Yep. Suckers. You ain't going nowhere. Clover is gonna be leaving. That's it.
Points, please.
Hey, what's the deal?
Quark had nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
heard
yeah.
the vote.
Yeah. So why'd you choose betray?
Couldn't I ask you the same thing?
Oh, because we did ally and you did.
I don't really think this is the time for a fight, though. Look, Clover's over by the door.
What? There she goes. Oh no. Yep. It do be like that. Goodbye, Clover. Have fun. Make sure you put on the suit.
The number...
Fuck, she opened it.
Can't I skip?
Why?
Oh,
Clover,
I guess I can't.
wait!
Clover! What the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm going to call the others.
What?
Justice for Alice.
Justice? Oh, wait, do you mean... Justice for Alice? That's not what she said before. She said she was going to... Before she was like saying like she was gonna get the others and then like go after Zero. Yeah.
Time for me to go.
No! Please, Clover, wait!
Like hell, I'm just gonna let you walk out of here.
Theo leapt at Clover, his fist raised. Clover easily avoided him and moved towards the door. See, everyone always evades. Everyone evades except for Sigma. Bye. I caught one last glimpse of her face as she slid through the door. It was a mask of ice. Goodbye.
The number 9. This thank you. As the escape, please.
That's it. That's just how it ends. Okay, fine. That's fine. I love how abrupt it is compared to... Huh. Alright, well, that's that. I'm very curious to see how this rain is going to sound in comparison to my voice. I really hope the rain isn't louder than me. It might be, and if it is, I don't know how I would edit that. You're just gonna hear the sound of the rain. I mean, at least rain sounds like comfy sometimes. Anyway, that's where I'll stop here. Maybe next time when I play, it won't be on a day that it's fucking thunderstorming, huh? Thanks a lot for watching. We finished a route at least. We finished the Temyoj route. Next up will be, what's this? Oh right, when Sigma's like, I wonder if, well, I mean, we'll worry about that next time. I'll bring it up the point next time. Yeah. I hope you hope you've adopted a boy who you can call grandson. Okay, bye.